Alright, I was making another video just now, but I've discovered something pretty interesting, so I'll just do this quick. I believe that I've discovered an underground YouTube botting ring, as well as how it works, and even possibly the person or people behind it. So, to start, have you ever seen one of these channels in your favorite YouTubers' comment sections? Really boring, uninteresting comments that are only unique because of a checkmark? If you'd click on one, you'd see one of two things. Either no content at all, or one of these videos. Who is blank? Now, if you've seen only one of these channels, it seemed like a pretty normal video. Cookie cutter editing, basic voiceover, etc. And the excuse they give is pretty believable. They made some garbage content before, or their YouTube videos go to another school or something, it doesn't matter that much, just stick with me. Now, again, seeing just one of these channels would seem pretty normal, but for the past couple months, more and more channels have shown up with eerie similarities. The main subject of my video will be this YouTuber, Dark. I'll be using them for one of two reasons. One, they're just about as average as any of these channels can get, and two, they commented on one of my videos, my latest one, which will be relevant later. Anyways, if you check the comments of their video, you'll likely see yet another one of these channels. Same type of short name, one video, etc. Now, in order to properly give them the benefit of the doubt, let's consider the possibility that these channels are legitimate. First thing we should ask, why are there never people in the comments of these Who Is videos that don't remember being subscribed to a channel like this? Out of the 10 I found within a single hour, not one person commented about being already subscribed to the channel. If you suddenly saw a video in your feed from someone you never remembered subscribing to, wouldn't you comment about it? Wouldn't at least one out of over 100,000 people comment about it? The next issue is that all of these eerily similar channels seem to always comment on each other's videos. Going back to Dark's video, 3 of these channels, Bribe, Damn, and Short Hacks, all commented on it, a video with just a bit over 1,000 views at the time I saw it. These are people who only ever seem to comment on big or trending videos, and yet all 3 of them are here of all places. Hell, let's even look at the Social Blade data. Let's take 3 of them for simplicity's sake. Risky, Damn, and Bribe, fitting name. What you'll notice about their subscriber and view charts is that for the last 2-ish years for Risky and Bribe, it's basically a flat line. Nothing, 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 all the way up until here, where there's a sudden spike in subscribers and a random massive amount of views getting deleted for seemingly no reason. This right here is not natural, not in the slightest. For the sake of fairness, let's find a channel that got a very lucky start, like first month over 100,000 subscribers lucky. So, Internet Historian. Now we see in his first month, he got 138,000 subscribers. I'm frothing at the mouth looking at that. But if you check the top graph, it makes perfect sense. He got 9.5 million views in his first month, divide 9.5 million by 138,000, and you get an average of 1 subscriber around every 69 views. Go ahead, make the joke for me. Anyways, that number of subscribers per view checks out. Most channels get 1 sub around every 100 views or so, but it can go as high as 500 and as low as 50. Anyways, comparing this ratio to the charts of these YouTube channels shows that it's complete garbage. The most atrocious example of this is on Damn's Social Blade. If we check the month of February 2021, we see that despite getting only 1,760 views, he somehow got 132,000 subscribers. For that to mathematically work out, every single viewer that month must have loved his video so much that they made 74 alt accounts to sub to him with. And even considering the scenario that he got a super viral video that month that he then deleted before the end of that very same month, negating all the views that would show up, he would still have a significant bump that same month on his other videos from runoff views. This scenario we see is absolutely impossible, and as such, his channel was not grown legitimately. This calls into question every single one of the other YouTube channels that seem to be incredibly similar to him, with similarly impossible months in their analytics. So then, if these channels are botted, which I believe they are, how is it even done? If you've been into YouTube drama this past year, you might have heard about a similar botting scheme. I don't want to get too into it, but the way it worked was spamming as many comment sections as possible with botted comments and feeding all the views into one host channel. But that is not what's going on this time. These verified channels have actual human beings commenting on all of those things. None of the comments you see are botted. So then, how do they get their subscribers in the first place? Well, let's go back to Dark. When I was initially investigating this channel, I noticed something in the URL of his Social Blade page. we are able to see the original name of their YouTube channel. Googling that exact name shows off a few things that are important. First, there's a Twitter account that goes by that exact tag. Checking it, we find someone by the name of the Master Chico 28 uploading a few poorly made videos for a game called Standoff 2. And while they do have the exact same username as Darks and did try to make a successful YouTube channel, the connection between these two is a little weak. The most likely scenario is that this was the original owner of the channel who then sold it off to a bot master. I'll get into that in a bit. However, even without that, we find something interesting if we check Google Images. There's an image of someone getting a massage with the text "free hand massage" at the bottom left corner. This image is presumably a thumbnail, which is linked to the site youtuberandom.com. As expected, this is a website that randomly plays any YouTube video out there. If we just click the link, we're told that the video listed is unavailable, which means it's either been deleted or removed by YouTube. However, what this website does do is archive the description of the video. Clicking the info button, it reads, "Star, help us get to 500,000 subscribe," with a link to the YouTube channel. Thai healing service oil massage, -2 hand massage, make your muscle pain going well. And, as expected, clicking that link will lead to a subscriber confirmation page for none other than Dark. That being said, I tried contacting the two people behind Dark for the sake of fairness, and I presented them with all the evidence I've gathered. First, I asked if the old username of the channel was in fact theirs, and they did confirm it was theirs. That's important. When I asked what languages they spoke, the original owner of the channel said English and Cambodian. When I asked if that's for sure all the languages they spoke, they again confirmed it. That's incredibly odd, since that Twitter account and old YouTube channel that it linked to spoke and typed entirely in Spanish. It is technically possible, though, that someone else decided to make a Twitter account with that exact specific name and tried to make a successful YouTube channel. When asked about the Thai massage video, they said that they did indeed upload it, stating that they uploaded many different kinds of videos at the time. However, they specifically mentioned that the way their channel got the subscribers it did was through lottery videos. They provided a screenshot of one of the privated videos they had, which does in fact seem to be a lottery video in Cambodian. Looking at their Social Blade charts, Dark's channel got all of its success in the period of 2 months, getting 149,000 in 1 month and a bit over 30k the next. When I asked how long their rapid growth went on for, they did say around 1 month, which is a fair answer. That's not to say they can't look at their own Social Blade, but regardless, it works. However, when I asked about the month where they removed nearly 10 million views worth of videos, they said they don't have an exact memory of what happened. I personally find that incredibly strange, as any decision big enough to cut your total view count in half would definitely be clear in my head, regardless of it being 2 years since. Hell, I remember purging some of my oldest videos that had a couple hundred views at most, definitely not 10 million. When I asked about the size of their channel before it blew up, they said 10,000, while it was actually 645. I also find that incredibly strange, as anyone that does YouTube that much would have a very good idea of where they were before they blew up. Off the top of my head, I know that I had 12,000 subscribers before my Block 36 video suddenly took off. When I asked why none of their 170,000 subscribers commented on their newest video for any reason, the only thing they said was that they have no clue. And again, I'd like to stress this, not one of 170,000 people commented on the video. The final concern that I didn't bring up at the time was that despite the channel getting consistently anywhere from 7,000 to 20,000 views per month in the time that it was dormant, the channel only ever lost subscribers during that time. While that might suggest that there is people unsubscribing from a channel willingly, it's equally likely that spam accounts are being detected then deleted. This trend of slowly losing subscribers while dormant shows up in several other channels like this. I would like to make it clear though, that despite me heavily doubting their story, none of it is technically impossible. It's hard to deny the similarities between these channels though. So, with that being said, my theory is this. Some botmaster, let's call him, has a program that creates thousands of YouTube channels and/or uses older channels he buys or hacks from people. What those channels then do is spam automated videos with slight variations, which he then either floods with bots or hopes that it grows organically. Once these channels have surpassed 100,000 subscribers or have gone through YouTube's verification process, Those channels are then put up on a website to be bought and sold. The buyer gets access to the channel, can change its name and profile picture to whatever they want, and then make a video with an excuse of how they got so many subscribers. Now, I understand that this theory is pretty out there, but I have a lot more evidence to back this up. First though, it's important to answer a few of the hanging threads that might be confusing. One might ask, if all the subscribers are botted, why would someone even want to buy the channel? The answer to that is pretty simple. The only thing they want out of it is the checkmark. People heavily underestimate the power that a checkmark has in comment sections. While it's unconfirmed if YouTube themselves prioritizes the comments, people will automatically like any comment by someone with a check. This makes it incredibly easy to get to the top comment of almost any video you comment on. It's not only that either. If someone has a check mark, the chance of someone clicking on their channel out of curiosity is exponentially higher than someone who doesn't have one. With this one symbol alone, the amount of marketing you can get for your channel is ridiculous. But the way they comment isn't random. Remember when I said that the only time I got a comment from one of these people was on my latest video? Well, let's take a look into my own analytics. Now, the way my latest video got so many views was through YouTube search. What that means is that my video managed to get into some of the highest search results for some keyword people are looking for. That keyword could be anything, but lucky for us, I can actually look at each and every specific term that was searched. While there's more than one, the biggest by far is the search term Minecraft. That is incredibly important. The only video I've ever made that made it onto the Minecraft search tab was the only one found by Dark. So what these channels do is pretty simple. If they want a Minecraft fanbase, for example, they'll search up Minecraft and comment on every video they see. That way, they'll get free effective advertising on whatever topic they decide to make their channel in. It's ingenious, honestly. That checkmark alone allows them to pick and choose their fan base before they ever make a video. And after assembling all this knowledge, I started prodding around for certain marketplaces for YouTube channels that aren't exactly kosher. Pretty quickly, I found a forum site that does exactly that. The name is Epic NPC. Now, the website as a whole sells accounts for any type of game or website, but the YouTube section is the thing we really care about. There's a lot of posts with buying and selling offers, but I think this one is by far the best example. The user is ThangHune99, and they're apparently a reputable and long-time merchant for YouTube channels. He offers both monetized and unmonetized YouTube channels, which can either be organic or botted. He also has several pieces of contact information down below, which I guarantee you really lead nowhere interesting. He has a Discord contact, so I tried sending him a friend request, but he has yet to accept it. Below the contact info, we see a chart of several YouTube channels that he's actively trying to grow and are up for sale if anyone wants to take them. He also links to a photo album showcasing several images of analytics in order to prove that the channel is his. By the way, if you search the name Like a Boss compilation #1 amazing videos, you'll get so many results from seemingly duplicate puppet channels. These networks are absolutely massive. The pure scale of these operations is impossible to imagine. So finally, to break it down into steps. First, the botmaster grows YouTube channels either by botting or spamming automated content until something sticks. Second, they sell those channels to anyone willing to buy them. I call them suckers, or buyers. Third, those buyers change the account details to whatever they see fit, likely copying the way that people did it before them, like evil or devil. Once that's done, they make a cookie-cutter introduction video to hook any potential subscribers in, and finally, they use the power of the checkmark to bring in as many subscribers from their comments as they possibly can. Using this newfound popularity, they might even start trying to funnel people into Discords or secondary channels, trying to garner a fan base that they don't really deserve. However, I can't really blame these people buying the channels, or even the people selling them. The issue is with YouTube itself. It seems that the platform is incredibly unwilling to crack down on automated content. Although I can't verify this, in several of the YouTuber Discords I used to be in, there would be people talking about having a network of automated YouTube channels, getting them potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Such a thing is unfair to anyone trying to make it on their own, or anyone trying to make their way up in the YouTube game fairly. These people are absolute leeches on the platform. They pump out garbage to grow channels that they sell to desperate suckers for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Google definitely has both the firepower and the AI to be able to detect this garbage and remove it from the website, and yet nothing is being done about it. So I'll ask you, very kindly, to share this video to whoever you can, or to get it noticed by bigger YouTubers so the topic can be covered more. Just like the Logan situation, these channels cannot be allowed to exist, and with your help, we could eradicate them altogether. That being said, thank you and have a nice day.